and welcome back to District Debrief. I'm Lara.
And I'm Sydney. It's been a crazy week, so let's get right to the headlines.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell beat former Marine fighter pilot Amy McGrath in the Kentucky Senate race, definitively proving that the corrupt tortoise really will beat the hare.
Waiting for election results is like waiting for GW to open back up again. It's taking way too long, and the longer I wait, the less excited I get.
Listen, all I'm saying is that if Marianne Williamson was the Democratic nominee, she would have hit 270 votes on Tuesday night.
It's reported that the majority of white women voted in favor of maybe ex-President Trump. You know, because Trump has done the most for women of any president ever.
DC residents voted to decriminalize magic mushrooms, and if you really think about it, this makes perfect sense. If Trump wins, there is no way anyone will be able to get through the next 4 years sober, and if Biden wins, there'll be nothing to talk about, and we're going to need a new form of entertainment.
A JAMA psychiatry student found that treatment featuring hallucinogenic psilocybin mushrooms worked better than the usual antidepressant medications on 27 people. Finally, cried 100% of Joe Rogan's fans.
According to CBS, the pandemic has caused a huge boom in online chess playing. When asked for comment on a not yet finished chess match, a pawn said,
"Looking at a giant win, a giant win. I took his castle, I took his Orsi, it's gonna be huge. The polls are saying I'm gonna get that queen soon. I have checkmated Sleepy King Joe."
Nickelodeon held their own election, which resulted in a Biden-Harris win. Trump responded to this by tweeting, "Crooked Nickelodeon and those crooked, nasty kids didn't vote for me. Sad. Kids love me. Believe me, I won a Kids' Choice Award for Man You Need to Stay Away From. Totally wrong."
With the ballots being counted and all this talk about the Electoral College, I have a question. When was the last time you thought about Pennsylvania? I can barely even spell Pennsylvania. That's one thing 2020 did not prepare me for, giving a shit about Pennsylvania.
In a recent report, GW students admit that they had never realized how radically liberal they were until they looked at the map of the election results across the country and forgot the entire Midwest existed.
I haven't paid this much attention to Arizona since my dad yelled at me for peeing my pants when we were driving through Phoenix on our family's annual road trip.
This just in, that one edgy friend of yours has taken this extremely stressful time to post about why your ideological differences are fake and why you shouldn't be worried. Thanks, man.
Wait, you have an edgy friend like that on your timeline? All I see on mine are people posting about how no matter who wins, apple pie and baseball will always bind us together.
So you follow closeted Trump supporters?
Yeah, probably.
In other news, election officials in Pennsylvania and Nevada have come under fire from PETA this evening. PETA has accused officials in the two states of illegally employing sloth labor to count the votes for the presidential election. In a statement, the president of PETA said, "It is impossible that humans could possibly count the vote in these states this slowly. The only possible explanation is that the two states are forcing the world's slowest mammal, the mighty sloth, to count the votes." State election officials have been slow to respond to these allegations.
I'm looking forward to the Instagram stories I see tomorrow saying, "So Biden won, what's next?" I don't know, at shit you should care about or at change, sleeping peacefully maybe?
A quick shout out to all the professors who keep assigning us work this week. It has really helped us remember that the George Washington University is all about, not caring about the students' well-being.
The Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays in the World Series last week, breaking a drought that had persisted since 1988. When asked why he thought the Dodgers were able to pull it out, manager Dave Roberts said, "I ain't never seen two pretty best friends. It's always one of them gotta be ugly."
It's always one of them gotta be ugly.
Polls are in here at District Debrief, and we are calling it a blowout for Percy the Puppet win, making him the second ever puppet president. However, this time it's not Russia with their hand up his ass. It's just Steve.
And lastly, thank you to everyone who filled out our temperature survey. Like GW, we sent out a poll to find out what unhealthy behavior our viewers have been reverting to in an effort to stay sane during this election. The results are in, and the number one unhealthy behavior is, wow, it's actually a mix of getting drunk and crying, eating ice cream for all 3 meals, and checking the polls obsessively every 10 minutes. Man, have you been eating ice cream for every 3 meals, Lara?
Eating so much ice cream, so much crying, all the things.
You know, it got so bad that my parents told me I wasn't allowed to use the freezer anymore.
Oh, it'd be like that. Well,
Like that.
that's all we have for this week. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside.
And try and drown your sorrows with a little less ice cream. Bye, everyone.